Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a school supplies haul for this school year. This school year of 2025-2026 is actually my senior year, which is honestly so crazy. I feel really not prepared to be a senior. In my mind, I'm still 13 in 2020. I honestly feel a little old. I know that's a crazy statement, but I do feel it. So since this is my fourth year in high school, I kind of know all the school supplies that work for me and that I need, even though we don't have like a set list. My school is pretty lax with what you bring supplies wise. I think they're just very much like, you do what works for you as long as you're taking notes in class and you're paying attention and actually learning. I first went to Target just to kind of get the basics. Got this binder. It's just a plain Avery white binder because these things last and they're durable and the plastic thing won't fall down in the middle of the year. Personally, I don't like to bring 3 million notebooks because I just lose things or forget things. And I know, especially since we don't have block schedule, we have 6 classes all day, every day, and I'm gonna forget one of those notebooks. So I just kind of like to have a binder like this, and I put dividers in it, and I just put notebook paper, so that's how I take notes. I take any worksheets that we get and I stick it in my binder. And also, if you use a binder as your notebook, you never run out of pages, because personally I like to write a lot and I write big, so a lot of times I will run out of pages in my notebook in the middle of the year, and then you have to lug the old notebook and the new notebook, and no. I don't know if you guys have seen the kind of like notebooks that you can move your pages in. I like that I can rearrange things. Every single class is different. Sometimes they expect you to take notes on notebook papers, and sometimes they give you a handout which you're supposed to fill in the blanks for. So whatever they give me, I can just stick it in here and it'll be in order, it'll be dated, and then it's organized and perfect the way I like it. And then to divide my binder up for all of my 6 classes, I have these dividers. These are the paper ones, and I'm not gonna lie, they sometimes fall apart. Like, these holes rip because when you stick a lot of papers in your binder, like the pressure, especially on the front pages, are gonna like rip them apart. There's 5 dividers in here, which is perfect because I have 6 classes at school. For reference, I'm taking AP Calc, Advanced Computer Science Research, Spanish 5, AP Lit, AP Environmental Science, AP Psychology, and I'm taking AP World online, but with 5 dividers, I can still kind of make it work, especially since for computer science research, we don't really take paper notes. Everything is kind of on Canvas, and that's where all our assignments are, that's where all our notes are, and so 5 dividers will work. And of course, when you're in school, you need a lot of pencils. These are kind of my favorite pencils. I'm not that picky pencil-wise, I just am a wood pencil hater. I cannot stand wood pencils. I don't know what it is. It's just that it never feels sharp to me. Like, I can sharpen it, and then after I use it for 2 seconds, it's already flat. And you know, you don't want to make writing more painful than it already is. Writing notes is not the most fun thing. I got a big pack because I do lose these like crazy. I feel like I always buy pencils at the beginning of the year, and then by the end, I'm lucky if I have like 3. Another thing that I bought to try to make myself more type A this year is a planner, and I'm actually obsessed. It's so pretty. It's like a fake leather material, and it just feels really nice. And it's gold, it says 25-26, and it's pink and red, which usually I wouldn't like this color scheme, but it's like the perfect shade. This is my favorite shade of pink, and I love this kind of burgundy red color. My hope is that this planner will make me more put together, because I think I'm a pretty put together person, but I'm not gonna lie, there are those days where you have a lot of little things to do in school for each of your classes, and then you just kind of rely on your memory, and you're like, oh, like, I'll remember this, but then you don't remember it, and then you forget, and then they actually check for it and you don't have it. So I will be writing it down because I will not forget anything this year. The most important thing to me about a planner, although it is beautiful, I actually need to be able to use it. So what I love about this planner, it has like a beginning of the month kind of overall spread for each month. So you can write down like the month's goals, birthdays, anniversaries, to-do list. And this is kind of the additional notes section. What I have been doing is I've been writing down like college application due dates a month in advance because the stress is real. That the boxes for the daily spreads are huge, and I cannot emphasize how big I write. Even when I try to write itty bitty and fit things, I feel like it's still bigger than like the average person's. So again, I just love my space, and I love that my writing won't get all cramped. This is a little out of the school supplies kind of category, but I did get 2 mini perfumes. These are the Good Girl perfumes by Carolina Herrera. I was doing my TikTok search and the Reddit thread search on like perfumes, and people really like these, and look how cute they are. They're just so cute. I will not be bringing both of them. That's a little too much. I think I'll be bringing the Good Girl blush because it smells a little bit more daytime, obviously. I think this is the original one. I could be completely wrong, but this one does look and smell darker than this one, which is a little bit more floral and light, which is exactly what I want. And since they're the minis, what I like is that the opening is like a spout kind of, and like it won't spray everywhere like a normal perfume and body spray would. Schools can be pretty strict on like perfumes and stuff because when you spray it, people could be allergic. So that way, don't have to worry about it. It's more discreet. And I don't know, I think it's more convenient. So after Target, I actually went to Daiso. And if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like a Japanese Dollar Tree. Or in the States, it's actually $2.25 because inflation. But anyway, they have a lot of really cute like Japanese school supplies. And I honestly geek out about stationery. I think it's so fun to look at and buy. So I'm gonna show you what I got from there. I got this cherry blossom folder, and it's kind of cool because it had like dividers, so like you kind of put your papers in like through the dividers. There's technically like 3 dividers or 4 sections, so I can make a lot of good use out of this folder. And again, I lose things, so the more dividers, the more things I can have in one, the better. So, and I just think it's really pretty. And then I rated their pen section because honestly, I'm not that much of a pen connoisseur. I mostly take notes in class, like in my binder with a pencil, just because it feels nice. And my teachers talk so fast, so I do not have time to be like writing it in different colors and highlighting it in different colors like in class. I can usually only be pretty minimal about that because I'm trying to write down everything this teacher is saying. So I got these Japanese ballpoint pens. They're like 0.5 millimeter pens. I've never tried these. I hope that they're smooth because if I'm like aggressively scribbling because the pen's like stuck or the ink won't come out, I have so many pet peeves when it comes to pens. I bought a lot and I hope that it will be okay. I also bought this pen pack. You can really tell that I like all the 3-in-1, the multi-function things. So it has red, blue, green, and black, which is actually what I wanted. I was actually looking for a pen pack that just had those colors because as fun as the giant pen packs are, again, with how fast my teachers are talking and how much I write, that's gonna occupy a lot of my time in the class because it's the little things that I will take forever deciding on, and I will be sitting there for 10 minutes deciding what pen color to use. So with this, I feel like minimal options, and I've seen a lot of like study hacks that you're supposed to use the red color for this, the blue color for this, and the green color for this when taking notes or when studying. So I just think that those specific colors are useful. And then I also got these. I think these are actually markers, but they just reminded me of midliners, and because they're double-sided, and I do have some midliners, but they're a little bit more pastel, and these are some colors that I don't have yet. So they were only $2, so I was like, why not try it? And then I got some more highlighters. They're 3 kind of more like neutral muted colors, but I just really like these colors. And again, I don't have these colors already. And Again, double-sided, they're cute. I think my favorite section of the Daiso is actually their collection of post-it notes or sticky tabs because they have so many. These are like little, they're clear graph sticky notes, and this is such a little problem. But I remember in pre-calc, I would draw these graphs. I would need to copy down like everything that my teacher wrote on the board in class because otherwise when I got home I would forget how to do it. So I would draw all these graphs and my lines obviously were not straight. I think these will make my notes look so much neater, and I just think it's so cute and I am honestly just excited to use it. I don't know how many graphs you do in calc, but I am so prepared now. I already talked about sticking everything in a binder, and your papers are bound to rip, so I got these. I actually didn't have these all last year and a lot of my papers would rip, so what I would do is I'd take literal like clear packing tape and like double put it on both sides of the paper and like hole punch it to basically DIY these. But it's just a lot more convenient to like actually have a thing for its purpose. Then to motivate me to use my planner as much as possible, I have these, I think they're little clear like markers, like you can see that you can use it to mark days, and they're just so cute and I love them. The last thing I have are more sticky tabs, but look how pretty they are. They are like checkered and pastel and like perfect. They're name stickers, I think, but I can use it to label things. I can use it to mark specific dates in my planner, and trust, I will be using these. And even though I'm not always naturally excited for school, like looking at things like this makes me excited to go to school so that I can use these. So that is it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my little school supplies haul. I know senior year can be a bunch of different things for people. Obviously, it's an exciting time. It's also really stressful for everyone because of college applications, but I'm personally just trying really hard to keep a positive attitude, especially on college applications. A lot of my friends were saying, especially as summer was ending, that they're super stressed about college, and honestly, same here, but I'm just trying to keep a positive mindset. I truly believe that we will all be where we are meant to be, and of course you give it your best effort, but I'm really trying to not view college admissions and applications as a kind of doomsday, because after visiting so many colleges over the summer, I kind of learned that I can like any school that I go to. I'm sending all love, the best wishes, and luck to an amazing senior year for class of 2026. I'm also sending the best of luck to everyone going back to school this year, senior or not, whatever grade you're in. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!